All right, Abigail, we're back. College Station last week rolled past Lufkin on the road. I think each of us expected College Station to win convincingly again, but beating Lufkin 56-7 on the road is not really one to look past. Like Lufkin doesn't lose games at home like that. And I want to say the last time that College Station went there, they lost. And, you know, it, Lufkin's obviously having a down year, and College Station is a true state contender. But I mean, that was a pretty big win. I mean, marginal wise.
Oh
Um,
yeah,
no, you're
yeah.
good. Yeah, in Marquise Collins, he had another big game on the ground. You know, looking at him specifically, what has he meant to that Cougar offense this season? I mean, especially looking at last year, the year that Roderick Brown had, and now Marquise Collins. He had over 1,000 yards last year, but now being the true number one back, what has he meant to that Cougar offense this season?
I mean, a lot. I mean, no, obviously the College Station uses the run to open up the pass, and they're really good at both. But Marquise has been so big. I don't know. I can't tell you how many times I've been in a press box this season because I do travel with the people taking score or the people from the other team are like, this guy is crazy. Like the way he's been able to run and really, I mean, he's literally like a bulldozer going through these guys. Um, even in their tougher, games against Magnolia and New Caney and stuff like that, he's so crucial in that. And he's really he can make anything out of, or he can make nothing out of anything. So he can make anything out of nothing. So even if you think he's going to get stopped at the line of scrimmage, he gets 4 yards or 5 yards or things like that. So he's really able to um, just go through the guys. And Coach Huff says, he's really patient this year. That's maybe something that he hasn't been in the past, but as he's grown older, he's just gotten more patient about seeing his spaces and seeing his gaps, and what he's been able to do with it has been pretty amazing. So he's been really big for them. He was big again this week. He was almost at 200 yards by halftime. They brought him in for one more touchdown to begin the second half, and then that first team unit was out. That second team unit offense came in. He said he knew that his time was limited in the second half. He knew they're probably going to take him out eventually, just because the score was so out of hand at that point, and he really wanted that another touchdown there, so he was able to do that. But I mean, he's been doing this all season, and I think he's just a really big guy for them right now.
Yeah, and just kind of looking at that defense, we saw a stat on Twitter the other day or earlier this week from
Yeah.
Dave Campbell's Texas Football. The Cougars, they're one of like 12 teams, maybe 13 teams in classes 3A to 6A that have allowed less than 50 points this season. They've only given up, I think, 43 or 44, which equates to like 7.2, 7.3 points a game. You know, how strong has that Cougar defense been? And even when they're up big, they're not giving up these backdoor touchdowns either.
No, especially against Lufkin. We saw that they scored. Lufkin was able to score. I can't remember if it was in the first quarter or the second quarter. I think the second quarter, but it was a really nice throw from Lufkin. But they shut them out the rest of the way. I mean, Lufkin had to punt on 2 of its 4 possessions in the second half, and then Mikado Hinton Jr. caught an interception to end another half. So they're really just firing on all cylinders. It's just amazing what they've been able to do this season. I think the stats speak for them. And I think also not only the defense, but special teams has been doing amazing this year. And I think when you have all 3 phases like that at the top of their game, that's why we have the 56-7 scores and things like that. Lufkin never started in Cougar territory. Never started a drive in Cougar territory, which you don't see often. The people in the press box are raving about, Sam Trimble's kicks, and after touchdowns and stuff like that. So I think um, just when you have all those three together, you really are unstoppable. And I think we've seen that from College Station this year.
Well, the Cougars, they host Cleveland this Friday. Probably going to be another big win for the purple and black.